Now, don't get the wrong idea. He never abused anyone in the sense that you hear about, religious sects and sex and money and all that. He never did that kind of stuff. But he did some really weird things. But people just ate it up. That this guy is the salvation of the universe. And Swamiji played it up. And he may be the salvation of the universe, but the point being that they all just took it so super seriously. Deadly serious. Don't be mistaken. And don't mess around with these people, because they're so deadly serious. In German, they say, die kennen keinen Spaß. They just don't know you can't have fun with them. It just doesn't work, okay? So, I became the scapegoat for everything. And people told all kinds of stories about me. And it had an effect. It actually also had an effect on me. It's like, when people shove you into that corner, you come out of that corner. In other words, you start behaving like that. Okay, if enough people do it, and that's what happened. I started being that fuck up. The person who royally screws up all the time. Oh, I went through so much hell. Every time that he would give some kind of speech, or he calls it interaction, every time he would do his little interaction, people would talk and he would talk, and he would tell things about this and that, my mind would just be going crazy. Oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, he said not to do that. I'm doing that. So I would be like measuring myself against everything he said. But the problem was, he would say the opposite the next time. And I'd just go up and down, all around. Oh my god. So it was a lovely roller coaster ride. And there were times I was so low, I just wanted to die. There was so much pressure that I would have gladly shrunk into nothing. I wanted to run away, but I knew that there was nowhere I could go. Not because of the fact that I didn't have any money, which I didn't, but simply because I knew or felt that this is the only person who can help you. And the way he's helping you might not feel comfortable, but this is what it has to be. So I felt there's no other escape. And he reinforced that too, I have to say. He reinforced that there's no way for you to get past your issues without this treatment. So, a lot of stuff happened. It's an exclusive group, okay? And for a group to be exclusive, it means they have to exclude someone. Okay, so I was that someone, okay? I probably wasn't the only someone, but I was the major someone who was excluded from all kinds of things that would be like. And then there were other times when I felt that I was the only ashramite. In other words, the whole group created the ashram and ran everything just so I could live in it. Because I was the only person who didn't have some kind of functionary role, like I'm the manager of this or the director of that. He gives everybody, everyone, literally everyone there. Okay, at some point I also got one of those names, okay, but it was like the lowest rank of name. But everybody who was there would get some kind of a title, like the director or the president or the coordinator or something of some big project. And the big project, everybody would be on the committee except me. Okay, the big the big project would be it just was always like that. So the big project, I feel, was me. I was the big project. There were tons of projects, and there would be people who would be on working on this project over here, and then on that. It's like he would be the secretary over here, and he'd be the president over there, and over here he was the coordinator and whatever. And everybody had some responsibilities, and everybody had some kind of respect, except for this poor little soul. Okay, so they just pushed all my buttons, like up the wazoo. But the crowning moment was like to fail ultimately at the whole thing and to be completely thrown out of the movement, basically. Okay? Which happened 23rd of July last year, 2009. I was thrown out of the ashram, basically. Okay? Now, you have to understand, he used to tell me things like, this is your home, and of course then when I would go there, he would say, why are you coming here now? So he just went back and forth. Got some different music. Okay, so I was in the ashram. And I had to come back to the United States. And it's all a cosmic joke, and I'm tired of talking about it, because I'm not really getting anywhere. I'd like to tell stories about things that happen, but they don't occur to me. I mean, it's like they float past in little clouds, and I don't really grab them down to earth. And language is insufficient to describe the process or my feelings. But, it was a ride. I'll probably tell some of those stories another time. And now the music has changed. I have a different mood. So I'm here and I'm happy. Oh, what happened a few days ago? What it's all come down to, what it's boiled down to is this. Don't try to be somebody else than who you are. I think that's what it is. Because I feel like what I was trying to do was to be this guy instead of being me. And his whole point was, you have to be yourself. So I feel more like myself today. 2-3 days ago, okay, actually it was on Thursday, I went crazy. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this because it's gotten really long, and I'll tell that story in another